Freight stakes. 8 of them are in line, and here they come. And away they go. They're often pacing. Porter's man quickly on the wings of the gate. Runs in a little bit there. A little bit of traffic as they head into that opening turn as Porter's man to sprint out quickly for Borth. Now driving out is Rocket Freight from post 8. Resilience put into the top 3. Fright Air along the inside 4th. Then it is Gladiator SBG ahead of Cowboy Cargo's got a couple beat early. Mr. Ya 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 on the early trailer. Roll On My Way. Rocket Freight with the lead. Resilience, the heavy 1-9 favorite, is not going to be looking for a hole anywhere. She's going to make her way to the front, and Resilience will control it now. 27-2. The heavy favorite leads it into the backstretch over Rocket Freight. 2 more lengths to Porter's man in 3rd. Make it 2 more to Freight Air 4th. Tracking in 5th is Gladiator SBG, then Cowboy Cargo, Mr. Ya Ya Ya, and the trailer Roll On My Way. They're coming up to the halfway point, chasing Resilience. She leads it there for a while by a length and a half. 55-1. Half-mile speed there. 27-4 for Resilience. Rocket Freight in 2nd. 2 more to Porter's man. 3 now to Freight Air. Brought to the outside. Up to 5th. Here's Cowboy Cargo. Then Gladiator SBG. 2 more to Mr. Ya Ya Ya. Trailing throughout has been Roll On My Way. Resilience now starting to get away from the competition. She opens up 3 on Rocket Freight. Heading to 3/4. Porter's man in 3rd. Cowboy Cargo up to 4th. 5th one, Gladiator SBG. Roll On My Way starting to run from the backfield. Mr. Ya Ya Ya. Fright Air trails 123-1 to 3/4. And it is Resilience on top by 7. It's Resilience over Rocket Freight. Cowboy Cargo and closing from the backfield. Gladiator SBG. But Resilience is going to easily crush in the inaugural Jimmy Freight Stakes. Resilience, this daughter of Jimmy Freight, a win by double digits. Up for 2nd, Cowboy Cargo. Inside 3rd, Rocket Freight. 4th goes to Gladiator SBG. It's Resilience in 152. 123-1 to 3/4, and it is Resilience on top by 7. It's Resilience over Rocket Freight, Cowboy Cargo, and closing from the backfield, Gladiator SBG. But Resilience is going to easily crush in the inaugural Jimmy Freight Stakes. Resilience, this daughter of Jimmy Freight, a win by double digits. Up for 2nd, Cowboy Cargo. Inside 3rd, Rocket Freight. 4th goes to Gladiator SBG. A filly by, of course, Jimmy Freight out of the Kamluk Dam, Mia Sealster. Winning breeders are David and Julie Keys, Louis Philippe Roy, Akery Francis Richard Incorporated, Akery CSL, and Weaver Bersemi LLC, the winning owners. Louis Philippe Roy, the winning driver. Eric Nadeau, winning trainer. Resilience continues to impress during her rookie season. That's her 4th win of the campaign in 6 opportunities. 152, equaling her career best mark. Big crowd out there to celebrate Resilience victory, including Adriano himself, presenting the trophy to the winning connections. Megan Walker, Senior Manager, Racing Operations, with the cooler presentation. A lot of trophies being handed out here. Again, a great concept. Kudos to it.
Resilience captures the inaugural Jimmy Freight Stakes. I'm here alongside winning driver Louis-Philippe Roy, and the guy who funded this this race himself, Adriano Sorella. Now, Adriano, I'm just going to start with Louis first. Louis, that was a big mile, 152 flat, tied a lifetime mark. In a weather like this, you got to be pretty happy about that.
Yeah, actually, down the backside, when I tried to rate her a little bit, she kind of got a little steppy on me, so I just didn't want to take any chances, let her be comfortable to what she was doing. When I saw the 3/4, I said maybe we could put a lifetime mark on her, but like you said, it's pretty cold today, and but it was a good mile, and I'm happy with her, yeah.
A bigger fish to fry next week with the Super Final, obviously. How pleased were you with this effort going into next week?
Yeah, I think I'll talk with Eric. We might do a few little change again, and we'll see. She's been sharp all year long. Like she's still happy whenever she goes out, and you can tell the difference between early in the season and late in the season. We haven't raced her too hard, so I know there's a bunch of good filly this year in Ontario Sire. When you think about Pass Line, It's a Love Thing, and odds on Platinum, for example, there are 3 great fillies that can compete on Grand Circuit. So we're confident with our filly, but we know that there's a lot of good one in there.
Only 6 starts into a racing career after tonight. Is there anything that anything that this filly reminds you of, Jimmy Freight?
Well, it's hard to say. She definitely has a gait that similar to him. It covers a lot of ground, and I think Jimmy was even easier to drive than her. You know, like she's kind of weird. Like sometimes I'll tell you she's perfect to drive. Tonight, I couldn't do what I really wanted, so. But she's just too old. She's a filly, so I'm pretty sure she'll get mature with time.
Now, what made you want to get into an ownership group here with Resilience? What was it that stood out to you about this filly?
Well, it was David Case that raised her and bred her, and I bought a filly from him the year before, and he just texted me. He said he didn't have them in the sale, and he wanted to sell them privately. And I went there. He had 3 yearlings in the paddock in the field that day, and she just stewed out. She was just like. She looked like a 3-year-old with the 2 yearlings on her side. So I kind of fell in love with her right there, and the fact that she was by Jimmy for sure was a plus for me. I wanted to give it a shot, and she didn't disappoint.
It's pretty fitting that you win the inaugural Jimmy Freight Stakes. Congratulations, Louis.
Thank you.
All right, here with Adriano Sorella. Adriano, first and foremost, congratulations for getting this event across here this evening. And what went into this, going into this?
It was a lot of work to get it done. We had some ups and downs, but I'm happy that we're here tonight. I thought we would have a full field, and we did. And I'm here with my family, my friends. We're excited about it.
Well, field of 8 nonetheless, and obviously Resilient. She's been dynamite all year long. How impressed have you been with the first crop?
Yeah, I've been pretty happy with the first crop. I mean, we've had only 24, 15 were racing, and to see horses like herself, I mean, she's won over 100,000 before coming into tonight, and that's pretty good for an Ontario bred, and she looks like she's the real deal. There's a lot of good fillies in Ontario, but she looks like she's the real deal, and you know, Louis talks highly of her, so I'm pretty excited about it.
You know, Jimmy Freight, he's given you a lot of thrills throughout his racing career. What has he meant to you as a racehorse and beyond just that?
Yeah, you know, Jimmy's is a different story. You know, he wasn't meant to be here. You know, I feel like if we didn't bring him up from Iowa, he would have probably still been down there racing in these races, and maybe only had like 70, 80,000 made. So he's a little bit of a story for the little guy. You know, it can happen. It's you know, somebody could end up with a good horse, and luckily for me, it was me.
And how cool is it that the guy who sat behind him for a majority of his success got it done in the inaugural Jimmy Freight Stakes?
Yeah, it's pretty nice to see Louis driving her, and he drives Jimmy, and he's had a lot of luck with Jimmy, and I wish him the best with this one.
You think he's tight enough tonight?
You know what, he's been off for a little while. I think he'll be all right tonight, but I mean, he's had some ups and downs and a lot of bumps and bruises. So Richard's team and Pick is caretaker. They've looked after him the best they can, so we'll see what's going on.
Congratulations, you put forth a great display and handled and took care of a lot of people here this evening. Congratulations, Adriano.
Perfect, thank you guys.
All right, Resilience captures the inaugural Jimmy Freight Stakes. Winning driver, Louis-Philippe Bois, and winning trainer, Eric Nadeau.